Welcome back to O'Dog's Corner. I'm O'Dog, and this is O'Dog Survives Dune Awakening, Episode 4. As you can see, I'm back at my base. I've done a few things offline. I got some more fuel for the base shields. I also raided this decayed base over here and got some items, so that'll make things a little quicker. I don't have to scavenge quite as much, which includes extra blood bags and a leader John. This was the leader John schematic we got from that quest we did earlier, and to learn that you need to be in a safe space, which includes the cities, Arakeen and Harco Village, and your base. I don't remember if it includes the trade post or not. I probably could have learned it there if it does. But let's go ahead and learn it. And this adds it to our known things in research. And see, I've got a few other things. These were schematics that were in that base. I've already got a leader John. Let's see, does the Haja leader John give us more? Yeah, it's 1500. So let's go ahead and craft that. I'm not going to learn these other things until I can show you where you would get those. Let's go ahead and do it this way. So I now have multiple blood sacks, which I could have made myself, a respawn beacon, and a nearly full water thing. So we'll go ahead and drink some of that. Let's go ahead and do this. Instead of carrying multiple leader Johns, which at the moment doesn't really gain us much, and that one's almost broken anyways. And then what we can do is extract the water. No, fill containers, sorry. And see, now we have a nearly full leader John, and that's doesn't have much blood left in its process. Let's see if this camp is... Yeah. I killed the guy in this camp for some blood earlier, but it's respawned, so we'll go ahead and get some more blood. I also got this Kinjal. It's mostly damaged, so I don't feel like it's cheating too much. I don't think I can make Kinjals yet, can I? Not yet. That'll probably unlock in a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and get over to the Alcyon. I'm not sure why that other one. Okay, I need some more copper ore. I already got the plant fiber, so let's go ahead and do the copper ore part first, then see what this wants us to do. And we'll probably hit this other camp over here. Get some more blood getting processed. Let's go ahead and do that first. See, this Kinjal isn't much better than the one I had. And it'll probably break soon, and we'll have to make another scavenge one, unless this mission might actually have us make our first non-scavenged weapon. So where are we? Almost there. One more maybe. Okay. Now we need to research scavenger rags, the Karpov 38, and a Kinjal. So let's make the. Quick, we have to make the Karpov and the armor. Let's get back inside. So we need the scavenger rags, the Karpov 38, and the Kinjal. We need to create a full set of the rags. And the Karpov 38. What are we missing? We need some more copper. All that copper. And if you look at these and hit F, it does a quick deposit, so you don't have to. So it'll stack up anything that you already have in there. Create the Karpov now. So we made the scavenger, and we'll have the Karpov in a second.
Across the Vermilius Gap off-world, I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers. I'm afraid I must delay our reunion until, well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, off-worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling moron I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus. Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the Paranorth and reach the Gap. But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, off-worlder, more than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past, but more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
Don't really need the improvised pistol anymore. We got the rifle. I think looting that camp sort of bypassed the going to the ship. We'll still do that since it's on the way to the testing station. I think it is. Check that pretty easily. Oh, no. testing station is actually closer to the trade post. But we need to clear this other quest anyways, so we'll go ahead and do that. Get a fresh Kinjal. Just go ahead and drop that one. So let's head to the ship first. There's a worm. Can't see him from here. That indicates he's popped up. You can see the dust. I wonder if there's somebody over there doing something that he doesn't like. Leveled up again. Let's see. Is there anything we want from these skills? I haven't really seen that bleed tolerance does you any good. Let's go ahead and get Reckless Lunge. That's a technique. It's not something we need to slot. And we'll probably get Dance of Blades next. Oh, people are really worried about dying. Look at all the respawn things.
I got you.
Being melee is a lot easier once you have a shield, a body shield. I think we'll get those. I don't think you get the shield until you cross over into the north. Let's get some more gear. See what's here in this cave. Huh. This cave seems to be empty. Interesting. Or empty of enemies. Oh, there he is. That sucks. And as you can see, you can actually loot and get blood at the same time if you do it right. Like I said, I'm hitting these chests mostly for the money. Here's another. Oh, that one's still got its thief console. So, that looks like another. I guess people are deciding not to play again, which is why there's so many degraded bases. Although some of the bases down here are going to be starter bases, and there's actually a step in the process where you abandon your base. I usually actually come back and grab my stuff and abandon it. Whoa. Getting some. Oh, yeah, we're lagging out. Oh, ping's getting back to normal, hopefully. Oh, is dying to the worm causing lag? Why they're asking. That guy was waiting to see if I died. See if the base is degraded and doesn't have a thief console, you can access it. You could actually put down your own console and take the base apart if you really wanted to. But somebody's already cleaned that one out. Man, that ship is way far away. Not sure why my stamina is stuck on the screen. I think that might have happened during the yeah, it's a weird bug. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. Let's see if we can get over to the Elsion. I'm always surprised seeing big bases here. Like I said, you're really supposed to move on. Maybe they just built down here because I couldn't find a good spot up north. I don't know. That guy's even got a buggy in there. This base looks like it might be depowered. Yeah, I think it's depowered, but the console is protected, so it's not going to degrade anytime soon. Okay. Let me see if I remember. The best way is to follow the rocks. So we'll do that. Is this a degraded base? It looks like those stairs don't go anywhere. And certainly if you're on a server like this that's got a lot of bases and you can find one that's degraded, you can get yourself an early start. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why it's built that way. Like I said, unless they might have lost power and that bridge degraded. So we need to head over to this next island. And while you're traveling, especially for these early quests where you have to go a long way, hitting some of these POIs is not a bad idea. You're going to need the gear eventually. Middle late game, you do reach a point where some of the gear just isn't that important anymore because you just have so much of it. But early game, you definitely need a lot of materials. It's always good to have them ahead of time as opposed to having to go scavenge. So the testing station there will go along the back way, so we can avoid that. It's a crashed, looks like a sand bike, and they're always guarded. And I'd rather avoid a fight if I can. Oh, there's another degraded base. Guessing this one's also been looted. this one is not accessible because, again, the Thief console, and here I'll show you a trick. If you pull out your and do a go to switch to repair, you can see how damaged it is, and like this one is not damaged at all. So this base will probably be almost completely destroyed before that console starts taking damage, just because of the way they built it. My guild found a degraded base on one of the servers I'm on, and got mostly just building materials, like base building materials. But we did get some other useful stuff. There's another. I got one more rock to go, so we'll go ahead and hit this. Nothing else. I need the blood. Like I said, there's stuff in these chests that you'll eventually need. Ooh, hiding away. Let your buddy get killed and you didn't even try to help him. These are the Kirab down here. Not exactly a friendly group, are they? Even among their own people. Up here is actually a bigger camp. I'm going to avoid that. Like I said, I really don't want to get into big fights. We'll go ahead and let's see. I think, can we get Dance of Blades now? Let's see. That'll help us out. What did the Reckless Dunge use? Okay, so I should be doing more sprint attacks because I have that slotted at the moment. And you can see there's the ship. Going this way, we're going to have to hit this camp. I'm trying to remember, is this the rock? One of these rocks has what's called a celestial chest. I think that's what they're called. And that's one of the ways you get. My blood bags are full. You get those schematics. I believe there's one in the ship as well, so I'll show you that one, and then I'll try to climb that rock and see if there's one in there too. I recall this ship being fairly difficult early on because you know your gear just isn't that good when you start out, and there's quite a few enemies here. And like I said, it'll become much easier when you get a shield. Since I am so far from my base, I am finally going to put down one of these. This way, if I die here, I can respawn. I'll also do some shooting, which I don't do a lot of. Until I get the sniper later on. Close to the entrance here. Just early on when you don't have a shield, the guns really are the better way to go. The problem with the guns is if you have a shield, wow, that music has gotten loud. Your shield drops every time you fire, and it takes a couple seconds to reset. Anything else coming? Wow, I don't remember this music being this loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Whoa. Okay. I believe the loot is instanced. Yeah, so even though he looted the chest, I can as well. This is very strange. Also hang out the fire, I think. You see this chest here, it's almost always for a quest. If you don't have the quest, you won't get the item, but you will still get the money. If you just follow this guy, he's going to probably clear this place out for us. This music is kind of annoying. He's going ahead of us and clearing the place out. See something back here? I don't recall there being anything back there. There's a medical chest over here. I thought there were guys in here. This is the celestial chest I was talking about, and there's an identification band that you saw back early on. So now we got to deliver the Holtzman Amplar back to the... but you'll get these spice-infused metals. That's tiered, so this is copper, and then you get different ones later on. Here's a pretty nice early weapon. I believe this one, yeah, this will fill your blood bags when you attack somebody. No real reason to stick around. He's getting all the kills, so. Guess we're getting some respawns. Music stopped. That's the Sardaukar ships that the Chone mercenaries drop out of. In this section, you don't have to really worry about them, but when you get up into the next area, if you're out at night and they get you with the beam, it'll freeze you in place for a few seconds, and then they'll drop a bunch of mercenaries on you, and they are tough, especially early game, when you're still gearing up. I think it's this one that has the chest on top of it. Let's go see. Let me see how much. I don't have a lot of room left. I can drop this gear. I'm not going to be using it if I need to, because the testing stations tend to be relatively long. And they have a lot of stuff in them. So, yeah, darn it. Keep doing that. I jump right over where I'm trying to go. That bug with my stamina cleared. Yeah, there's a crashed thropter up here. And a hidden chest. Now these chests that are sort of easier to get to will generally only have either a schematic or the metal. They usually will not have both. Oh, I did not put my armor on. Oh well. It's not that important. Especially at this level, the armor's not going to help you all that much. Trying not to take damage from falling. Whoops, that time I am. Well, that's an interesting way to build your base. He's got his subfief console on the ground, but he built the base up in the air. That's kind of weird way to do that. Huh. Not seen anybody build like that before. I think what we'll do is we'll go to the trade post. We will sell the stuff I don't need to get a little more money, and then we'll hit the testing station after we talk to somebody. There is someone on top of the testing station we want to talk to. And we getting connection issues again. We'll go ahead and this is why I like having a base somewhat close to the trade post, because in this section you're going to do most of your questing near the trade post, or at least, you know, you have to go back to the trade post to complete a lot of the quests. So it's nice to be able to drop stuff off at your base. I obviously have not moved the base. I don't know if I will, because after the testing station he actually sends you north, as I recall. There's the worm. Somebody was probably making the trip north and triggered the worm. I believe when you do that trip, you always trigger the worm. It's like a scripted thing. Now he can kill you if you're too slow, but I'm having so many connection problems today. This server was having some issues several weeks ago, but I thought they'd fix those. Where the heck am I? Wow, I lost a lot of time there. I made it all the way over here, but since I was disconnected, it sent me back. Okay, almost to the trade post. We'll finish this quest. And then I'll probably go ahead and stop the recording. I'm not really watching the time, so I'm not actually sure how long it's been. I gotta get better at that. Certainly, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I will try to answer them if I know the answer. Like I said, I've just really been having lots of fun with this game. This is like my 4th character. My first one was on a private server. My second one was on a server that a YouTuber was on, or a Twitch streamer. So I could team up with them. Then I had another one where I was doing a challenge where I was trying to clear out all the POIs, so that, before I moved on to the next area. And I pretty much did this one. There was a few that bugged out, or 1 or 2 that bugged out that I couldn't get to show like I had been there. But for the most part, I did it. And then I just that's when I started playing on with the Twitch streamer. So I sort of abandoned that playthrough. And then I started this one specifically to do these videos. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this quest. You got the Amplifier, great work. The great houses don't like to admit it, but they deal with scrap merchants all over Dune, picking clean wrecks and corpses to equip the next lot sent out to die. Ah well, at least my business is booming, so there's still more you can do. I have buyers who will pay good money for Fremen-made goods. The Fremen may be gone, but you can still find plenty of their equipment in the caves scattered around Haga Basin South. Explore a few caves, collect some of their gear, and I'll cut you in on the profits. Okay, microfabric cross. And okay, this is the guy we need to talk to above the testing station, so let's grab that one. And then here's another quest for the testing station, so we'll take that one too. Do we have these items? Okay, I have the microfiber fabric and the EMF gem. See, this is one reason why you should always hit those PIs when you can. Fremen finds, nice work. Most off-orders sent to Fremen were just a bunch of savages, but they made quality goods. No one's ever matched their moisture seal tech, and their mechanisms stand up to the harshest conditions. Pity more scavengers have a superstitious fear of salvaging Fremen gear. But since you're braver than most, maybe you can help me with something else. I have a client who needs something recovered from an Imperial testing station. He's looking for an old poison snooper. Why? Who knows? But he's paying well. The station is not far from Griffin's Reach, but be careful if you go there. A band of scavengers has laid claim to the place, and I've been hearing bad things about them. Okay, so we now have several things taking us to the testing station. Let's go ahead and sell some gear. We don't want to sell that stuff. We don't need the pistol. This stuff probably isn't going to sell for much, but that's my armor. I should probably keep that. That's one I picked up. These are crafting items. Probably going to need that, so we'll keep those. And I forgot, there's this guy over here. We really need to talk to him.
Look at the way you stand. No discipline, no confidence. I've killed 1,000 like you on the battlefield.
And who the hell are you to talk to me that way, old man?
I could write my resume on your filthy hide with knives and artillery, but then there would be little of you left to work with. But don't despair. Salvation is at hand. I can show you how to fight. I can teach you how to kill. And it will only cost you a little pain.
What can you tell me about you?
This is scavenger country. Lowest of the low. Honestly, I think there is some city more that live better.
What do the scavengers do?
I don't know. Scavenge is our word. I think they're mostly hired for Kirab.
Who are the Kirab?
Bandit scum. Thieves who prey on their own kind. I suppose it's easy to roll and kill you for the scrap digger that put in a hard day's work.
Where are the Kirab?
Just up country from here. The Vermilius Gap is Kirab territory. You'll know you've gone too far when the sand turns blood red.
Okay, this area, it's scavengers and the Kirab are going to be in the next area. Tell me about yourself. And we have a connection issue.
I am Gavori, veteran trooper, freelance adventurer, and slayer of cheap vintages everywhere. And I'll train you to be just like me, for the right price, which just happens to be whatever's in your pocket right now.
Do you serve the Atreides or Harkonnen?
As I said before, I'm currently freelance. Great house feuds don't interest me. I get paid to fight, and not to die.
Then what are you doing here?
These days I tend to shy away from conflict of an intergalactic nature. But if you need to stand or shoot someone in the near vicinity, I'm your man.
I want to learn from you.
Then listen closely. During the Battle of Araki, I was drugged and kept out of it by a group of conspirators. For the sake of my honor, I have spent the last 8 years tracking down and destroying them, one by one. Who knows how the Battle of Araki would have turned out if I hadn't been kept away. And now, I have reason to believe the conspirators are nearby. Track them down, kill them. My thirst for vengeance has been slaked by 1,000 flasks of cheap beer, but it is still my price for training.
So this is the basic trooper trainer, and he will unlock the trooper skill tree when we finish his quest. So we will accept the contract.
Do this for me, and I'll set your freedom above the trooper.
Alrighty then. That'll end episode 4. In the next episode, we'll do the Imperial Testing Station and maybe get a start on the Trooper quest. Have a good one.